James Maxwell. Dr. Ginger Hamster. Let's talk to a ginger-bearded young man here, hopefully get him on the right path to becoming successful.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here at the Ivy Tech Community College campus.
And you're standing beside a really nice tree. It's
next to this beautiful tree.
Oh, it's the best tree I've ever
chilling in
seen.
the shade.
Chilling, baby, chilling.
And today I want to talk about why I am a feminist.
Oh, God. This went downhill quickly.
So when I was growing up...
Yes. You're not grown up yet. What are you, 17? Maybe 18? You're a young man. There's no rush. Enjoy your life. There's plenty of time to work after you're done.
My mom was definitely a feminist.
Really? Okay. Why? Why was she a feminist?
At least, you know, in her version of feminism, she
has her own personal version of feminism.
Definitely a second wave feminism.
Second wave feminists. Okay, your mother must be pretty old.
Feminist. I'm definitely a third wave feminist.
Okay, let's hear it.
But I think growing up in that environment
definitely indoctrinated you into bullshit.
Definitely made me open to feminism.
Oh, really? Okay.
When I got to college and...
Well, good.
After college.
Have you noticed that 60% of your fellow students in college are women and 40% of them are men? Have you noticed that? Have you? Have you, son? You know, women are oppressed and they're held back by the patriarchy, yet somehow they outnumber men on college campuses. How does that even make sense?
So, when I listen to women and when I listen to feminists online, when I watch YouTube videos and read blog articles and all this stuff.
Have you listened to Christina Hoff Sommers? You might be interested in what she has to say. Also, Camille Paglia.
I take it seriously.
Ooh, yes. I take it seriously.
You know, a lot of anti-feminists.
Yes.
Don't really, you know, they approach these things.
Yes.
With a chip on their shoulder, like...
You mean we've had some experience in life? I guess you could call it a chip, or you could say we've had some experience with these people, and we kind of know what they're all about. You're a young man. You just got to college there, Chief. You're going to find out a lot of things that you are not aware of yet. And some of those things you are not going to like about feminism. And you too will grow a chip on your shoulder, if that's the way you want to put it.
Like they're watching it looking for faults rather than actually listening empathetically.
You're probably a little bit right in that respect, but there are plenty of faults and there's very little good. So it's easier to spot the faults because there's not much left for feminism to fight for, is there? Especially in the Western world. But you don't realize that yet, right? You still believe in rape culture and the wage gap and the oppression of the women and get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich and give me a blowjob and all this other bullshit, which is nonsense. But you're going to find that out soon enough.
So, for me, feminism starts with actually taking women seriously.
Okay.
Actually listening to them when they speak.
Fair enough.
Whether they consider themselves to be feminists or not.
One thing you're going to find out about feminism there, Ginger, is if a woman decides she's not the right type of feminist for the cabal, she's an other. Women's March didn't invite pro-life women this past year. You know why? Because they're pro-life. You see, they're not towing the feminist line, because you will also discover, young Ginger, that the sacrament of feminism is abortion. Everything leads back to abortion. Everything, top to bottom, leads back to abortion. You can thank me later.
Like, you can learn so much from listening to the experiences of people who have lived a different experience.
You mean, like, what if a man has a different experience? Are you going to listen to that too?
Because of whatever it is, and in this case, their gender.
So you're going to listen to the women, but the men, maybe, the guys have been kind of fucked over in divorce court, that kind of thing. You're not going to listen to them, right?
Now,
yeah.
I think that a lot of men's rights activists and anti-feminists...
You mean the guys have been fucked over in the courts and with the laws and the different regulations and the privileges we don't have. Right.
They like to point out disadvantages that men face in our society.
Yes, you haven't faced them yet because you're 18. When you get a little older and you get into the workplace and you have your first false rape allegation or whatever, you'll understand what's going on here, young man.
And I don't necessarily think that any of those things that they point out are things that men don't experience. They are.
Oh, well, thanks for listening and believing. Thank you.
It's just that
yeah,
anti-feminists want to blame women and feminists for those things that men experience, and I think that's just ridiculous.
Why would you say that? Who do you think were pushing the laws that are in effect today back in the 70s and the 60s? Which group of people, which bunch of people were pushing these things? Was it the feminists? Just saying.
Most, if not all of the things that men's rights activists don't like about the experiences that men face,
the ones that you haven't faced yet, yes, go on,
are things that feminists are also against, and they're things that are, in my view, caused by the patriarchy.
Okay, the patriarchy did actually write the laws as they are now back in the 70s and 60s because, after all, women's were oppressed and there were no women in power, and which is not, it's nonsense, but okay, believe whatever you want. So you can blame the patriarchy for writing these stupid rules and laws that favor women, so you got that one right. But what you don't have right, Gingerbeard, feminism does not give a flying fuck about men's issues. It never has been a movement for men. It is feminism, and it's perfectly fine to have a women's group fighting for women's rights. Perfectly fine, but just don't let them fill you with bullshit that they care about men's issues. They do not care about men's issues.
That men are more likely to fight and die in wars.
It's not that we're more likely to, Ginger. Listen up, young man. You just signed up for selective service if you're in the United States. And that means you could be drafted and sent to the fight and die and get shot and your guts blown out and all this unhappy shit. It's not like an opportunity or anything like that. You're forced to. Do you see? You understand? You do not have a choice. If there's a war and if there's a draft, you go if your number is picked. Women do not have to sign up for selective service. And I know the argument is, well, we haven't had a draft for 40 years. You're right, we haven't. We probably won't, and we might, but we haven't had to have one since. However, you'll also notice when you signed up for selective service, which women do not have to do, if you choose not to sign up for selective service like women don't have to, you don't get student loans. You don't get government jobs. You can be thrown in jail and fined. Women do not have this responsibility. Do you understand that?
Is absolutely a result of the patriarchy and our, culture of domination and macho-ness and all this bullshit, essentially.
I agree with you there. I don't think it's very macho to put on an army uniform and go shoot people, especially when it's not my choice. You see, because I am a man. Do you get it yet? Are you with me, Ginger?
There's a lot more that I have to say about this, but this is just, an intro to my views.
Well, it seems like you've been indoctrinated pretty good so far. It's going to get better, though. Trust me, it's... When you take the red pill, young man, you are going to be amazed.
I also really, really strongly value the friendships that I have with women.
Practice with me. Friendships with women, I have been friend zoned. Practice. Replace friendship with friend zoned.
Platonic friendships. Yeah, I really
Friend zoned.
think it's possible. I know it's possible because
Friend zoned.
I have a good number of friends who are women.
See, here's the thing. Now, since you're a young guy, you probably do indeed have real friends, more like a brother-sister kind of relationship since you just got out of high school and elementary school, whatever. You're in college now, you see. You haven't been friend-zoned like an adult yet. You're going to get it, though, and you're going to not like it. Trust me. It's not just having female friends. Friend zone means there is zero chance there will ever be anything romantic with the woman. But you'll stay on thinking there might be. It's not going to happen, Ginger.
And there's no chance that we're going to become sexual partners anytime soon.
You got that right.
That doesn't bother me. I don't
Well, good. Good for you.
feel like I've been friend zoned.
You have been friend zoned. And if you haven't yet, you soon will be. Trust me.
I cherish those friendships. And
They don't cherish you, though. You're a useful tool. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I wish somebody would tell me this stuff when I was 18.
and the time that I spend with my friends who are women. So
If you're not useful to them in some way, you will never see them again. I know this is a harsh thing. They care about me. No, they don't. They care about what you can do for them. And that is it. Look, if I have to give you some advice, you seem like a relatively decent young man. I don't think you're so far down the feminist rabbit hole that you can't recover. My advice to you would be this. You're not that good looking of a guy. Okay? I would take extra courses. I would take as many courses as I could, and I would avoid chasing women like the fucking plague. It's not going to work for you, my friend. Now, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I'm not a good-looking guy either, okay? And I don't know how many hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars I've wasted over my life trying to get laid. It's a waste of fucking time and money. Best thing you can do with your life. If you want my advice, if you don't listen to the freaking video, all right? You want my advice? Do the best you can in school. Take as many classes as you can. Get involved with shit that is interesting to you. Get in the chess club if that's your thing. Get in the math club. Whatever it is, do it. Make yourself the best you can be. And don't worry about chasing the pie, dude. You're not going to catch it. Don't even bother. James Maxwell, thanks for listening.